A teenage boy waves down a stranger's truck on a quiet residential road. He's not asking for help for himself. He's asking for help for his friend, a friend who's already lying on the ground, shot. The driver doesn't know it yet, but in a few seconds, he becomes the first witness in a murder investigation. A case that won't be solved by a murder weapon or a confession, but by something far more unusual, a neighbor's lie. A lie that falls apart because of a security camera the neighbor swore didn't work. This is the case of Gavin Hayes, 16 years old, shot dead outside a church in Moses Lake, Washington. The shooting lasts less than 10 seconds, and it all starts with a question. A question 4 young men had answered countless times before. What do you bang? By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how detectives unraveled the truth, piece by piece, and how a silent security camera ended up speaking louder than anyone at the scene.
Hang on. Let's pull this up. Where's the...
No, fool. I just feel shit, man. Is that a shit, man? Did you blow my balls or something?
I can't find it, man. There's an entry wound right there.
Do we have any suspect vehicles?
Really bad?
Oh, no, it's right here in the...
Negative, I don't believe anybody saw anything.
Please don't blow my balls, man.
So you guys were just driving by?
We lived on the block. We were leaving our home and we're about to get in the truck to go to work early, and we heard like 6 or 7 shots. And then we came this way, and if the kid, if he didn't stick his hand out, I wouldn't have seen him.
So what do you mean stick his hand out?
He stuck his hand out like this.
Like, okay, waving you down?
Yeah, and then we stopped right there and backed up, and then he started calling.
All right, man, I'm sorry, but we're gonna have to pull your shorts down to help
Alright,
you.
go ahead, man.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
When you ready?
Do it.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Okay.
One's right there. Vehicle 116.
Do you see an exit?
Is that hella bad, homie? You got me, man.
Negative. Let's roll him on the side, see if there's a exit wound. There is right here. Okay. On this left, right.
Okay, and then you guys called?
Yeah.
Okay. There's a cigarette, there's this bag. Hey, we have a shooting. We have one down, possibly DOA right now, working on him. One shot in the groin. It sounded like the echoing, it could have been coming from back that way. So
it looks like, yeah, the footprint comes this way. At least my impression of where we're at. Yeah.
I think he's done.
Yeah.
Do
you have a pulse? Let's try at least compressions.
1, 2, 3.
121. Weapons defense. South Gibby Road, West Lee Street.
Monday, May 24th, 2021. Late afternoon, South Gibby Road, Moses Lake, Washington. A quiet residential area. Then, gunfire. A passerby calls 911, reporting shots fired near a local church. Within minutes, officers and medics arrive. They find 2 young men lying in the street. One survives, an 18-year-old shot in the leg. The other doesn't make it. 16-year-old Gavin Hayes, pronounced dead at the scene. Investigators soon determine more than 10 rounds were fired, all within seconds. The church itself isn't spared. Bullets strike the building, leaving holes in the exterior wall, just feet away from where people normally gather. As detectives process the scene, they find something unexpected. A red bag, zipped shut, sitting near where Gavin had been standing. Inside, a handgun. But there's a problem. The gun hasn't been fired, not once. And records show it had been reported stolen months earlier. Out of Colville, Washington, the pistol belonged to Gavin. That detail would later become important because the defense would try to build an entire argument around it. But right now, detectives have bigger problems. They don't know who fired the shots. They don't know where the shooter went. What they do have are witness statements, and those witnesses all mention the same thing. 2 pickup trucks, one white, one blue, seen speeding away immediately after the shooting. And then there's one more thing, a nearby house, a house with a security camera, and a resident who's about to make himself very interesting. Right next door to the shooting scene sits a house. Nothing unusual about it, except for one thing, a security camera, mounted on the porch, pointed directly toward the street, the kind of camera detectives hope to find after a shooting. Officers knock on the door. A young man answers. His name is Luis. Detectives ask a simple question. Did you see anything? Luis says no. He heard gunfire. But he didn't see what happened. According to him, he was in the shower. Then detectives ask about the cameras. That's when the story gets interesting. Luis says the system doesn't work. His brother moved out months ago and took the DVR with him. He also says the wiring is damaged. 3 explanations, one after another. No witness, no footage, no equipment. Case closed. At least, that's what Luis seems to hope. But detectives aren't convinced. Something feels off. So they ask if they can check for themselves. Luis hesitates, then finally agrees. The officers step inside, and almost immediately, the story starts falling apart.
Apologize, what was your name, sir? Luis. Luis, I'm Adam. Nice to meet you. I'm a detective with the police department. You said that nobody else is in here with you?
No.
No? Okay. Okay, did you hear anything out here? Or?
No, I was in the shower, man.
You were in the shower?
Yeah,
okay.
Shower, just got back to my haircut.
Okay. Where's the camera system you said?
It was in the room.
Which room?
Right.
To the right. This one right here?
No, behind.
Left.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And is it easy to find?
No. Well, it's gone.
So there's no system left here?
It's just wires.
Just wires?
From what I know, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if they've been bringing shit back, so,
Okay.
you know.
How's it going, man? Good. Hey, I'm Detective Monroe of the Mosley Police Department. Just to let you know, I have a body camera on, and our interactions record both audio and visually. You live here? Yeah? Okay. All right. You just gotta work? Okay, we just had a shooting here nearby. So I understand that you have a recorded video surveillance here? It doesn't, your video surveillance doesn't work? No? Why not, man? We need to know. Okay.
Did you see a DVR in there?
Yeah.
There was one?
Yeah. Supposedly brother moved out and took it with him. The cameras don't work.
Okay.
Dad was saying they do work earlier.
Okay. Do you want to take him to the station and you and Adam start interviewing him?
Yeah.
I think that's going to be critical. I'll start the process in the scene. We've got at least 8 cases here.
Did they come to your house looking for a confrontation?
They were just walking by, man.
Okay.
Literally. I had nothing to do with it. Came out, boom. That's all I see.
What was what with the red bag?
I seen the red bag on the floor on the ground. That's all I seen.
Okay. When we review the recorded video surveillance, it's not going to show you out here whatsoever engaging with these people.
They'll show whatever.
Okay. That's it. To the shower and that was it.
Yeah, that's my statement, man. I don't want to say anything else.
No, I'm not, man. I'm just trying to. I mean, no. I'm saying is you're in the shower for 20 minutes, and then what happened then? Did you hear gunshots?
Yeah, I told you at my house I heard gunshots. I look at the bag. Right? You guys told to my house, questioned me.
I was just engaged in general conversation with you. That's all.
Now you guys, every single one. I feel weird like that.
You told me part of it.
Yeah, part of it. You did that video and it shows every little thing.
So why'd you video system?
So what happened, man? I was there. Same shit out here. So,
There's only one truth.
yeah, I tell you what happened.
One truth, right? That includes everything.
What you want is full those names,
Yes.
and cars, and this and that.
Yes.
I'm not gonna give that for you. You can see it in the video. That truck belonged to your buddy.
So you're scared of retaliation if you give names?
Both, bro.
No, they don't. We just set them up. Wires got messed up. My brother moved out, so he took the system with him. I don't know.
So there's no system in there?
No, like,
Okay. Yeah. Do you mind if we just check to verify that?
Officer Welsh.
Hold on. We'll go in there. Okay, because we don't know. We just had big old. So what's your first name?
Luis.
Luis. Okay, that's right.
So why don't you wait right over here?
Where's your brother's room where the system was at before?
Straight to the right.
Okay.
Moses Lake Police Department, if you're in the home, get out now.
Who else is in the house?
Why don't you guys come on? Come on.
Who else is in there?
Who else? Me dijiste que nadie más andaba adentro.
Y lo más me dijiste a mí que nomás era tu hijo.
No, pero de esto no.
Police, come out now!
Just, I'll go back there with you because,
We probably won't open that door till a little bit.
A woman inside the home speaks with police. She had been there during the shooting. She tells detectives something important. If Luis had really been taking a shower, she would have heard it. The bathroom is close to the bedroom, and at the time of the shooting, she didn't hear any running water, not even for a moment. That's lie number 1.
Okay, that's his girlfriend, not Luis's.
No.
Okay.
So she was also here.
Okay.
So he says that apparently his son Luis said that he was taking a shower when this happened. So the female should be able to verify whether probably he was showering or not.
You want to go talk to her?
Before the shooting, you heard the gunshots. Before that, what was Luis doing?
I don't know. Probably in his room.
Okay.
Like I said, I was just in my room.
Which one?
In the neighborhood.
Do you hear? Can you hear people when they're in the bathroom? Like if they're showering?
Yeah.
And you're in your room, can you hear them?
Yeah, the TV is off.
Okay. So is it safe to say that Luis wasn't showering?
Yeah.
Okay. Where's the DVR normally in your room?
The little table.
Okay. Did you see Luis go in there? Because it's in the corner now, like on the ground. Is there a reason why it would be down there?
Then Luis's father arrives home. Officers ask him about the camera system. His answer is direct. The cameras work. They were working that very morning. Lie number 2. Now detectives are even more suspicious. Because if the cameras work, where's the DVR? Remember, Luis said it was gone, taken months ago by his brother. But officers keep looking, and before long, they find it. Not missing, not stolen, not moved away. The DVR is still inside the house, sitting in a bedroom, shoved into a corner, exactly where Luis hoped nobody would look. Lie number 3. In less than 20 minutes, every part of his story collapses. The shower, the cameras, the DVR, all false. And that changes everything, because detectives still don't know who pulled the trigger. But now they know something else. Someone in this house saw what happened and tried to hide it. The DVR is seized. Investigators begin pulling the footage, and what they find will break the case wide open. No audio. No voices, no gunshots, just video, just movement. But sometimes, that's all detectives need. The footage shows 2 pickup trucks, one white, one blue, pulling up outside the property. Several young men gather near the road. An argument begins. Tension builds. Then, gunfire. Sudden, fast, over in seconds. But the camera captures one critical detail. The white truck's license plate, clear enough to read, clear enough to run through police databases. And when detectives do, they finally get a name. Daniel Serrano Sosa, 26 years old, living in Moses Lake. For the first time, investigators have a suspect, and they're about to go looking for him. The license plate leads detectives to a man named Daniel Serrano Sosa, 26 years old, living in Moses Lake. According to investigators, Sosa had been driving the white truck, the same truck seen leaving the scene seconds after the shooting. The blue truck left separately, carrying other men who had been with him. Police say several of the people involved were already known to law enforcement, a detail that would later become important. But for detectives, the priority is simple: find Sosa, and find him fast. Officers move toward his residence, on Patton Boulevard. What follows isn't an immediate arrest. It's a standoff. Police surround the home. Commands echo through the neighborhood. Sosa's name is called repeatedly, again and again and again. Minutes pass. No response. The tension builds. Officers hold their positions, waiting, watching. Eventually, the front door opens. Sosa steps outside and surrenders. Without further incident, he's taken into custody.
I got 40.
Daniel Serrano Sosa, you're under arrest. Come outside.
Hey, if he comes out, you're lethal, less lethal. Serrano, come to us. Come to us.
There's no escape out here.
Yep.
Daniel Serrano Sosa, you're under arrest. This is the police department.
One window. One to the room. Receive.
Come out. Come on out.
It's the old guy.
Hey, try Spanish. Let us do Spanish. Omar, go ahead, Spanish.
Señor, salga con sus manos arriba. Es la policía. Por favor, salga con sus manos arriba. He shut the door.
Okay. You want to bang out? Stand by front FTD.
In front of his window with the
Bang out. Ready?
Seahawks window.
Bang out.
Good.
Daniel Serrano Sosa, come outside. We're not going away.
Hands. Daniel, you need to come out to me. Keep your hands up. Stop. Stop there. Stop there. Turn around. Put your hands on top of your head.
Interlace your fingers. Walk back to the sound of my voice. Keep walking. Keep walking. Keep walking. Keep moving. You're fine. Keep moving. Keep moving.
This way over here, man. I got you. Transition out.
Walk. Walk.
Take the door.
Keep walking. Keep walking.
Okay. Get to your knees. Drop your knees.
You have the right to remain silent and right to an attorney.
Then comes the interview, the first opportunity for detectives to hear his version of events. At first, the story sounds familiar. Sosa claims he feared for his life. He says Gavin Hayes reached toward a bag, and he believed a gun was coming out. According to Sosa, he acted before Hayes could shoot him. It's a classic self-defense claim, one that has complicated countless cases. But there was a problem, a very big problem. The gun investigators found at the scene was still inside the bag, zipped shut, unfired. No evidence it had been drawn, no evidence it had been used, no evidence it had been pointed at anyone. The physical evidence doesn't match the story, and detectives know it. Then Sosa makes another admission, one he can't take back. After the shooting, he fled. He left town, and during the drive, he threw away the jersey he had been wearing. Out the window. Gone. Detectives ask about the murder weapon. Where is it? What happened to it? Sosa won't say. No answer. No explanation. Just silence. The questions keep coming, but the gun remains missing, and it won't be the only thing that disappears. The white truck itself vanishes for months. Investigators can't find it. It's as if it simply dropped off the map. Eventually, officers recover it, abandoned. Only a few blocks from Sosa's home. Another piece of evidence, another attempt to create distance, another problem for the defense, because every step after the shooting looks less like self-defense and more like someone trying to escape responsibility. But detectives still need one thing, a first-hand account, someone who was actually there, someone who survived. For weeks, that piece is missing.
You have an arrest warrant for murder 1 and assault 1, so that's what you're in arrest for, okay?
We just did, man. We just want to get your side of the story, what transpired. Appreciate you being decent and honest with us, okay?
Yep.
And thanks for coming out, first off.
Yeah, honestly,
we're not here to scare your grandpa.
I literally just got out of the shower.
But you understand why we're here, right?
You understand why we have...
Yeah.
Okay. You get that? Yeah. Okay.
And we'd like to transition your family back into the house as quick as possible, but we have some investigatory stuff we got to do, right? So some things we're looking for, right, is your jersey, right? Obviously your gun. That's all gone? What'd you do with it? Okay.
It's in my name.
Okay. So what I'd like to do is get your side of what happened, okay? I know there's 2 sides to every story.
Yeah.
Right now, I only have one side of that story. Okay. So it's up to you, man. I'd like to sit down and talk with you and get your side of the story.
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay.
My mom's at work.
Is she? Okay.
She gets out at 7.
Where's she work at?
She don't even know what's going on either. She doesn't know nothing either.
Who does know what's going on?
Nobody.
Okay.
No one at home knows.
Okay. Where'd you go after everything went down?
I left town.
Okay.
Didn't know what to do, so I just left.
Yeah.
Just didn't know what to do, so I just left.
Right. What'd you do with the jersey?
I threw that out the window.
Oh.
I just want to say right now, I didn't mean to shoot that kid. It just happened.
Seems strange. He did hide his face from her when she went by. Yeah, possibly white male.
He was reaching in for his backpack, and that was it. I wasn't gonna let him shoot me. Just like you guys, if you see me reaching into my waistband, you guys would have shot at me right away.
Hey, would you be willing to take us where you dumped your shit?
No.
If you're being honest, I mean, if you really dumped it, would you be willing to take us in an unmarked car? No. Okay.
Then finally, the surviving teenager comes forward, and what he tells investigators changes the entire case. For weeks, detectives have evidence. They have surveillance footage. They have a suspect. They have a man who admitted being there, and they have a man who fled afterward. But one thing is still missing, a first-hand account, someone who actually witnessed the moments before the shooting. Then that changes. The surviving 18-year-old comes forward and sits down with investigators. His statement fills in the gaps. According to him, he and Gavin Hayes were walking together, down a dirt road, heading toward a relative's house. It wasn't a confrontation. It wasn't a planned meeting. Just 2 teenagers walking down the road. Then a truck pulled up, Sosa's truck. The conversation started almost immediately. According to the witness, Sosa asked a question that had become all too familiar. "What do you bang?" In other words, "What gang do you claim?" The teens answered, honestly. No hesitation, no argument, just an answer. And according to the witness, that answer changed everything. Almost instantly, Sosa opened fire. No physical fight, no struggle, no warning, just gunfire. The witness remembers the chaos, the sound, the panic, the sudden realization that Gavin had been hit. He himself was shot in the leg, but survived. And in those terrifying moments afterward, he tried to help his friend, tried to do something, anything, before the trucks disappeared down the road. His statement creates a serious problem, because it directly contradicts Sosa's version of events. Sosa claimed he feared an immediate threat. He claimed Gavin reached for a weapon. But the surviving witness says no such thing happened. No reaching, no drawing a gun, no aggressive move, just a question, an answer, and gunfire.
I just want this guy gone. Gavin will come and visit a couple of times. When I was in Moses Lake, no, I heard that he was in juvenile.
So he just got out of juvenile?
Or he had to meet his probation officer, so I told him I'll walk him back to his house. And on our way back over there to where he was staying at, we walked through this dirt road in front of the house, and that's when that happened. Guy just started walking forward, told us what we were affiliated with. We just, what we do, we just said what we were part of. And,
which is?
I'd like to leave that picture if that's okay. And and that's when he just shot right away. He shot me and and I don't know how many times he got my friend. I just heard, "What do you bang, fool?" We just said what we said, and then he just shot at us.
When he said, "What do you bang?" did you answer, or did Gavin answer, or did both of you answer?
We both.
But were you still in the road when you realized that you were?
Yeah, we were on the road, and then when I finally realized that I got shot, that's when I started screaming, and they started telling me that word saying he shot me, and that's when I seen him pull out the driveway, and that's when I thought he was gonna shoot again. So I went and grabbed my friend, and I tried to shield him, and he just left, I guess. The truck and started pulling out, and that's when I just started saying, "Man, I'm dead anyway," so I just ran to my friend.
Okay, and how many steps away do you think he was?
It was like, probably from here to right there.
So 3-4 steps?
And not far.
Okay, so what'd you do that?
I tried to hug him so that I can try to hug him or kick every single guy, I guess, but
okay.
I guess he just ended up leaving, and I just said, "Come on, Gavin, let's go." And I took him to the corner, and
so you guys were...
Now investigators begin lining up every piece of evidence, one beside the next, like pieces of a puzzle, and the picture becomes impossible to ignore. First, the only firearm recovered at the scene, belonging to Gavin Hayes, still inside the bag, still zipped shut, never fired. Second, the surveillance footage, showing an argument, then immediate gunfire, no evidence of a chase, no evidence of an ambush, no evidence supporting a self-defense scenario. Third, the surviving witness, placing Sosa at the center of the confrontation and identifying him as the first person to use violence. Fourth, Sosa's own words, his admissions, his presence at the scene, his flight afterward, his discarded clothing, and his refusal to explain where the gun went. Piece by piece, the self-defense claim starts to collapse, because self-defense requires something specific, a reasonable belief, an immediate threat, a genuine need to protect yourself. But what investigators see instead is something very different. A grown man, pulling up to two teenagers, asking a gang-related question, then opening fire, before either one had the chance to leave. By now, the case is no longer about identifying a suspect. That part is over. The question becomes, how will it end in court? And as prosecutors prepare for trial, the pressure on Sosa begins to grow, because the evidence against him is getting harder and harder to explain away. The case moves toward court, and with every passing month, the evidence remains the same. The footage, the witness statement, the physical evidence, the admissions, none of it goes away. Sosa is initially charged with first-degree murder, a charge carrying enormous consequences. But as the legal process unfolds, another possibility emerges: a plea agreement. For Gavin's family, the idea is frustrating. They wanted a trial. They wanted every piece of evidence examined publicly. They wanted answers and accountability in open court. According to Gavin's father, the family felt blindsided when they learned a plea deal was being considered. They believed the case deserved to be fully tested before a jury. Prosecutors disagreed, maintaining that the agreement followed standard legal procedure and reflected the realities of the evidence. Eventually, Sosa makes his decision. In late 2023, he pleads guilty: second-degree murder and first-degree assault with a firearm. No jury, no lengthy trial, no dramatic courtroom showdown, just a guilty plea and a sentencing hearing. Then comes November 29th, 2023. More than 2 years after the shooting, the court delivers its sentence. For second-degree murder, 180 months, 15 years. For first-degree assault, 120 months, 10 years. A substantial sentence, one that ensures Sosa will spend a significant part of his future behind bars. Legally, the case is over, but for Gavin's family, nothing is truly finished. A sentence can close a courtroom file. It cannot replace a son. Patrick Hayes has spoken openly about Gavin's struggles before his death. He never pretended his son was perfect. He acknowledged the mistakes, the challenges, the trouble Gavin sometimes found himself in. But he also believed there was still time for his son to grow up, time to choose a different path, time that was taken away forever. Since the sentencing, the family has continued speaking publicly about gang violence, hoping Gavin's story serves as a warning, and hoping other families never experience the same loss. When people remember this case, they often focus on the verdict or the sentence. But the most important part happened long before either one. A lie. A simple lie. A neighbor claiming he saw nothing. A neighbor claiming the cameras didn't work. A neighbor claiming the DVR was gone. None of it was true. And every lie collapsed under scrutiny. A family member exposed one. A witness exposed another. And the DVR itself exposed the rest. Without that footage, this case could have become a battle of stories, one version against another, a never-ending argument over what happened. Instead, the camera preserved the truth, silently, patiently, waiting to be found. And once investigators found it, there was nowhere left for the real story to hide. If you've made it this far, you already understand what this channel is about, not rushing to the ending, not chasing sensational headlines, but showing how investigators actually solve cases. One clue, one contradiction, one piece of evidence at a time. If that's the kind of true crime content you enjoy, subscribe, turn on notifications, and join us for the next case, because the next investigation is just as unbelievable as this one.